Good morning students. Let's see the continuity of 13th group elements. Aluminium and its compounds, that is the topic. Now, in the extraction of aluminium from bauxite, there is 3 steps, Step 1, we obtained Al2O3, pure Al2O3. In the step 2, Al2O3 converted as 99.8% aluminium by the electrolytic reduction of Al2O3. Am I right? Now here in that process, in the step 2, we taken one iron box as cell, cathode and anode like that. Okay. Now what is the mechanism takes place inside a cell? Okay. Step 2 mechanism. In the step 2 process, in step 2, so what kind of reactions takes place in that iron cell? Okay. During the extraction of aluminium Al from Al2O3 in the second step, what type of mechanism takes place, what type of reactions takes place in that cell? Let's see. In the step 2, what is step 2? Electrolytic reduction of aluminium as Al 99.8%. Okay. In that there is 2 mechanisms here. So here mechanism 1. In mechanism 1, take AlF3, from cryolite. What is cryolite? Na3AlAF6. From this compound you should take aluminium trifluoride. Okay. Now this aluminium trifluoride undergoes ionization as that is AlF3 ionization. Okay, this symbol is ionization, so it gives Al plus 3, okay, 3F minus chloride ion. Okay, so 1 aluminium as plus 3F minus. Okay, clear? Aluminium trifluoride, this is ionization. Okay, now this entire process takes place in iron cell in step 2. Okay, now what is cathode in the cell? Cathode in the iron cell, what is cathode? Carbon lining. Am I right? You know very well. Carbon lining as cathode. Okay. Cathode have negative charge. What is the charge on cathode? Negative. That means cathode is the source of negative charge. Negative charge means electrons. It can able to provide electrons. That is, it can able to provide electron to the positive ion. So negative always attract the, now cathode has negative charge, that means it has electrons, so it can able to provide electron to the positive charges species. Okay, so it can easily attract the positive charges and provide the electrons. Negative charge always attract the positive charge. Okay, so therefore aluminum plus 3 is positive or not? Aluminum plus 3 is the positive or not? Positive. So aluminum plus 3 ion moves towards cathode. Cathode. Why? Because cathode is negative. So negative always attract the positive ion. Aluminum is positive ion. So now aluminum moves towards cathode. Clear? So at cathode electrons are there or not? Electrons. So now aluminum plus 3. Here how many positive ion? How many positive charge here? Plus 3, am I right? Now it need how many electrons here? 3 electrons. Why? Because it is plus 3. Now it can able to gain 3 electrons. Okay, clear? So now it can gain 3 electrons. Okay, and become as aluminium. Okay, gaining of electron is called as reduction. Gaining of electron is called as reduction. Aluminum plus 3 gain the electron. Gain of electron is called as reduction. These electrons provided by the cathode. Why? Because it has source of electron. So when aluminum plus 3 moves towards cathode, it provides 3 electrons to aluminum plus 3, then it becomes aluminium. So what is the purity of this aluminum? 99.8% pure. 99.8% pure aluminum uptime. Okay. Now tell me where aluminum obtained in that process. Okay. Therefore aluminum with 99.8% pure obtained at cathode. Am I right? Cathode, that is carbon lining. Okay, that process is called as reduction. Okay, clear students up to now? Come to these reactions takes place at cathode. So let us come to in the ionization. F minus is there, so now take F minus is negative, am I right? Negative species. So negative species moves towards positive center. Where it is positive, anode has positive center, am I right? That means, note it down, anode has positive charged. Okay, so in the cell carbon rod or graphite, act as anode. Okay, so carbon rod has in the cell positive. Okay, F minus is negative, so F minus ion moves towards to positive. Okay, here, so F minus moves towards anode. Okay, anode has positive means anode need electron. There is no electron at anode. Why? Because it is positive. Positive means it already lose electron. So no electron at anode, it shows positive. So this positive center need electron. So fluorine has electron. F minus means it has one electron. So therefore F minus provide the electron to the positive charged ion. Clear? Anode has positive center, it need electron. So fluorine has electrons, it is negative charge. Okay, now fluoride ion moves towards anode, that is at positive anode. Okay, now fluorine donate electron to anode. Okay, then it becomes F. Let's see the reaction. So at anode what is the reaction takes place? This is the F minus, these F minus become F to fluorine by the loss of electron. Here how many fluorines here? 2 fluorines. So balance these 2 negative charges, 2 into minus 1, minus 2. But here how many negative charges? Only 1. So 2 minus. Clear? So 2 fluoride ions become F2, fluorine gas, and by the loss of 2 electrons. So loss of electron is called oxidation. Okay. At anode we obtained fluorine gas. Okay. Fluorine gas. Clear up to everyone? So this is important here. Okay. And now this fluorine gas interact with again Al2O3 in the cell. It produce AlF3 and O2 gas. This is the mechanism how reaction takes place in the cell. Okay, clear ma? This fluorine gas again interact with alumina in the cell, that is the electrolyte. Okay, which gives again AlF3. Initially we take AlF3 from cryolate emerald, AlF3 again formed. Okay, so here O2 is produced emerald. That O2 gas interacted with carbon rod, which is anode, produce carbon monoxide, and another one is CO2 gas. What we call it is, students? Carbon monoxide, and this is carbon dioxide. So O2 produce at anode, and O2 attack on carbon rod, interacted with carbon rod C plus O2, CO and CO2 produced. Okay, is it clear? But we need aluminum, already it obtained at cathode. So the remaining fluoride ion become F2, and it is further treated with Al2O3 in the cell. It becomes AlF3 and O2. This formed O2 again interact with carbon rod, that is with anode. It produces again carbon monoxide and CO2. Okay. So this AlF3 again undergoes ionization as Al plus 3 and F minus. That Al plus 3 moves towards to cathode and become Al. Okay, and F minus again become F2, and it again interact with Al to F3. These reaction takes place continuously. Okay, so when we provide the raw material, that is Al2O3 in the cell, it produces aluminum again and again. Okay, is it clear? So in this process, what is the purity percentage of aluminum? 99.8%. Okay, clear ma? This is mechanism 1, and another mechanism, expecting mechanism. Mechanism means how reactions proceed in the chemical reactions. Okay, mechanism 2. Let us take Al2O3 alumina or aluminum trioxide. Alumina, it is ionized as Al plus 3 and AlO3 minus 3. AlO3 minus 3. Okay, clear? This Al plus 3 gain 3 electrons. It produces Al, aluminium. So this is 99.8% pure. At cathode, gaining of electron is called as reduction. Gaining of electron is called as reduction. Okay. So now this reaction at cathode. Am I right? Aluminum plus 3 moves towards cathode. This cathode has electrons. This cathode provides 3 electrons to Al plus 3. Okay, clear ma? Everyone? So this is mechanism 2. Okay. Here also at cathode we obtain aluminum, and overall reaction that is Al2O3 becomes Al plus O2. Okay, so here we have 6 oxygens, here 2 3 is 6 oxygen and 4 aluminums and 4 aluminums. This is the product which is 99.8% pure. Okay, loss of oxygen is called as reduction. This process is called as electrolysis. Okay, clear ma? So Al2O3, here alumina loses oxygen. Loss of oxygen is called as reduction. Okay, so this is step 2, how reactions are takes place in the iron cell. Okay students, and in step 3, what is step 3? Step 3, refining of 99.8% aluminum as 99.98%. So high pure aluminum, this is highly pure aluminum. It is 99.8 only, that is 99.9 by Hobbes electrolytic method. This is the name of the scientist. Okay, that is step 3, Hobbes electrolytic method. So in the step 3 we obtained, in step 2 we have 99.8% pure aluminum. Okay, in step 3 it converted as 99.98% highly pure aluminum, okay. So in this process again we take iron cell as step 2. Okay, take iron box as cell. Okay, in step 2, same cell. Okay, this cell consists 3 layers. In the cell there is 3 layers. In the top layer aluminum, which is 99.98% obtained in the top layer, and in the middle layer it consists sodium fluoride, barium fluoride, aluminum trioxide, that is AlF3 here. All are fluorides, AlF3, all are with fluorines as electrolytes. As electrolyte, that means this mixture allows the electricity and it produces aluminium, Al. Okay, it acts as aluminium in Hobbes process. Keep it in our mind. Sodium fluoride, barium fluoride, and AlF3 act as electrolyte in Hobbes cell. Hobbes cell. It produces aluminium in top layer. So where it is present, this electrolyte present in the middle layer, and in the bottom layer it consists impure aluminium. Impure aluminium. Okay. So impure is in the bottom of the cell. So electrolyte is in middle. The purified aluminium is in the top layer. We can remove that pure aluminium, which is 99.8%, 99.98%. Okay. So this is about third step. Okay, students, up to? Are you following or not? So 13th group, very important, and expecting 4 marks in JEE and 1 bit from surely in MSET, and NEET also expecting 4 marks, and for intermediate public examination there is 4 plus 2, 6 marks weightage is there. Okay. So if you read this lesson here thoroughly, so keep that notes active, and it is very useful in your further classes in intermediate and any other competitive examination. Okay. So very important, and it is also somewhat difficult actually. There is number of equations. Okay. 13th group elements and about thallium. Okay. And physical properties of aluminium. Okay. Aluminium is a bluish white metal due to long exposure with air and luster means shiny nature. Luster means shiny. Exposed with air, it loses its luster nature as Al2O3 formed. Let's see. So when aluminium interacts with oxygen with long time, it produces aluminium oxide. Due to this aluminium oxide, it loses its lustrous nature, shiny nature. Aluminium generally shiny in nature, but it loses its shiny nature when it is exposed with air. Why? Because due to the formation of aluminium trioxide or alumina. Okay. It has melting point 660 degrees Celsius, high melting point. At high 600 degrees Celsius it undergoes melt, that means converted as liquid. It has boiling point 1800 degrees Celsius, very much at high temperature it will evaporate. Boiling means liquid as evaporate. Okay. It has malleable and ductile properties. Ductile means aluminium make as wire, ring like structure, as wires. Aluminium can able to make as wire. Malleability means make as thin sheets. Sheet aluminium can make as sheets, then the property is called as malleability. Okay. It is a light metal density of aluminum is 2.7 gram per milliliters. 2 gram density. Okay. It can be welded, that means used as welding purpose, and cast. Casting means makes different shapes by using aluminum. Okay, by using aluminum we can make different shapes of items. Okay, maybe toys or aluminum sheets in different shapes. That phenomena is called as casting. Casting of metals means suppose if you take any model shape aluminum pour into that model, we get such kind of shape. Okay, so casting means by using aluminum we can prepare different models of toys, okay, or material. And but it is difficult to solder. Very important, solder. So aluminum cannot prepare for solder process. Due to high melting point. Okay. So it has high melting point. We cannot prepare for solder. What is solder means? If we take two pieces, iron pieces or whatever it. If we take two pieces like any metal. If we want to join these two, we can use some other metal. So other metal, that we want to join these two metals pieces by using other metals. That phenomena is called as solder. Okay, for these other metal is not prefer aluminum. Okay, so this metal has low melting point, then only we can apply for solder for joining these two metals. The other metal has when low melting point, then only it allowed for solder process. Solder process means by using this metal we can join these two metals. Okay, clear? So the nature of these other metal has low melting point, but aluminum has maximum melting point 660 degrees Celsius. So due to high melting point, aluminum not used in solder process. Okay, keep it. Solder means if you want to join two material, we can apply some material in between these two. That material is called as solder material. Aluminum not act as a solder metal because it has high melting point. The solder metal has low melting point, that is better quality for it. Okay, but it has high melting points. We can't prefer to solder process to join these two metal pieces. Okay, that is phenomena is called as solder. So this is about aluminum, how to extraction of aluminum. So in this process we get 99.98% of pure aluminum. Okay, by 3 steps. Okay, keep it in our mind. And cathode, anode, electrolyte is very important in this process. Tomorrow we will discuss about chemical reactions of aluminum. There is important reactions are there. And okay students, have a nice day. Thank you very much.